Hey gents, as I've been building my new studio, which I am like 70% of the way there, I'm building one of the critical pieces of kit that I wanted in here was a nice turntable. And a friend turned me on to U-Turn Audio, which is a custom turntable company that builds all of their stuff in Boston, which is really cool. So you can choose the components that you want, and I'll take you through that process. But this is going to be my unboxing of the turntable itself. They sent one over so that I could take a look at the entire process, give you an idea of what it's like to order and then also receive, and then we'll plug it in. I don't have the right speakers yet for this because they're still packed away as I'm moving, but what's really nice about this is you can get all the components built in, so you can plug it right into the speaker I'll show you today, or you can run it into what's eventually going to be is my 4K Onkyo receiver very soon. And so we'll open this up, go through the process, and I'll show you the customizations that I picked online so you can see the whole process end to end. U-Turn is a company out of Boston that manufactures these turntables right in Boston as well. You can purchase one of their pre-made models. They have a basic model up to the premium model, or you can go the route that I did, which is to customize each part of the turntable from the wood finish to the cartridge that is being used. Here are the options that I selected for mine, which then came delivered in this great packaging, nice and safe from U-Turn directly. I've now had a few weeks with the Orbit and I'm very happy with it. I'm not a newbie to the vinyl world. 2 years ago I bought my son a children's record player which plays full-size vinyl, but I've been going to secondhand shops and slowly building up a collection of incredible like 1950s through 1970s children albums, original soundtracks for 101 Dalmatians, Peter Pan, Snow White, Fantasia, all those things. And over time I've also collected up some things for myself. I found some really cool James Bond soundtracks. I've even gone new with the Front Bottoms, their Grandma series. Brian, call me. Love you guys. I've got some original pressings of the Beatles, original pressing of Star Wars, and so I've built up a little collection. This isn't all of them, but you know, the children's ones range pretty widely. And we use that record player almost every day. It's just got little built-in speakers, but I've always had my eye out for something that I really wanted for my studio, and I could not get my mind off of the U-Turn because it is so beautiful. U-Turn sits in a really interesting spot because you can get turntables that are a little bit cheaper, but they're not as good looking as this. But you can also upgrade the Orbit into a place where it sits alongside some of the more premium models depending on the cartridge that you choose. If you want the acrylic, and you can upgrade the Q-arm. The way I think about it is kind of like Apple. Apple makes professional level machines like the Mac Pro, but the design language and the expertise associated with building that type of machine trickles down to the MacBook Air, which is at the consumer level. And so with U-Turn, you can go super premium, you can go basic. I think the starting price is $179 for the basic. And so whether you're a lover of vinyl like myself or you're an expert, you can choose whatever the perfect turntable is for you, and it's going to look this good. Just depends on the material to be made out of. So for mine, for instance, I went with the acrylic instead of the base model. The build on this is awesome. It feels very premium. I love the counterweight that's on the stylus. It gives you a really smooth action as you're going to place the stylus. And then I also went for the Q lever, which has this just really buttery, tactile feel to it. And it's really, to me, what having a record player is all about, is the analog of things. And so the Q lever, the stylus, and seeing the belt drive run on this thing. I do wish I would have went for a built-in preamp. The standard model just has phono out, which is what I'm using here, and a system I'm going to run into once I finish the studio is going to be an Onkyo 4K receiver. So I could have taken the preamp, and actually I'm running this IFI system right now, which is incredible. I'll put a link below to this, and then I'll also put an unboxing of the unit itself at the end of the video. But this unit itself will take the powered speakers, has Bluetooth. It's a really cool system. Sounds amazing, especially with this 2M cartridge. So although Casey Neistat just unboxed his $2,500 Shinola turntable for 368, which in my opinion the U-turn looks better. This isn't a solid piece of aluminum like parts of the Shinola are, but you know, that's his sound system for 368. This is a sound system for my studio, and whether you're listening to something brand new like my front bottoms thing here, original pressings of Star Wars and Sgt. Pepper, it sounds really good across the board, and just the beauty of it, I can't wait to have this really be a centerpiece of my entertainment system going forward, because it just looks so good, and I just have been really liking having this new sound in the studio. So there you have it, gents. That is the U-Turn Orbit. Like I said, I am a lover, not an expert. If you have any questions about the turntable itself that I can try and answer down in the comments, you can also reach out at @_Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. Love to hear from you guys over there. Until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.
Cause you